Last night, FX aired the highly anticipated premiere of American Horror Story Coven. The third season of Ryan Murphy's horror anthology series. Several American Horror Story veterans have returned for this installment, including actors from the first season who sat out in season 2, as well as new stars. Based on the first episode alone, I got the feeling that this season is going to be taken in a whole different direction than the first two. Like season 1, the show's setting covers more than one time period. The story takes place in New Orleans and switches between the 1800s and present day. Episode 1 of Coven starts in the 1800s and introduces Madame LaLaurie, played by Kathy Bates in her American Horror Story debut. She was a real-life New Orleans socialite who is infamous for having been an exceptionally brutal slave owner who enjoyed torturing her slaves. Bates does a great job of playing a racist sadist, and the show excels at disturbing imagery. Within the first few minutes, there's a shot of a slave's corpse whose skinless face is crawling with maggots. After introducing Madame LaLaurie, the show switches to modern day, where the teenage Zoe Benson, played by season 1 star Taysa Farmiga, is about to lose her virginity. Shortly after her and her boyfriend begin to have sex, her boyfriend starts to bleed profusely out of his face and dies. Zoe's mother tells her that she is a witch, which is a hereditary trait, and that she cannot stay at home anymore. She also mentions that there's a school for witches that will take care of her. Zoe learns that the girls killed during the Salem witch trials were not really witches, and that the real witches fled to New Orleans during that time. Once at the school, Zoe meets 3 other witches, all with unique powers. One of the witches, played by Gabori Sibide from Precious, has the power of being a human voodoo doll, meaning she does not feel pain that she inflicts on herself but can harm others. The girls learn that being a witch is dangerous and they must blend into society or risk the chance of being burned alive. They're also aware of Fiona Good, the most powerful witch, played by returning actress Jessica Lange. Fiona's powers include telekinesis, Jedi mind tricks, and getting younger from sucking the life out of her victims. Her obsession with remaining young is an allusion to Elizabeth Bathory, a Hungarian countess and serial killer who, according to folklore, bathed in the blood of her victims to regain her youth. Coven seems a lot less dark than its predecessors Asylum and Murder House. It does, however, carry a new approach with stronger characters and a fantasy feel, steering away from the horror staple. Another major difference in Coven is it has a female-driven cast. Most of them are teenagers in a school setting. Every season addresses different themes, and Coven definitely expresses oppression and sexuality. With all of these interesting takes this season, I can hope that Coven will not disappoint. Back to you guys.